You know, I don't know why people go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on side-by-sides and four-wheelers when they could just buy one of these things. I've had a side-by-side that I've had it for 8+ years. I didn't even know. I didn't even know I had a side-by-side. This has got everything a side-by-side has and more. An LED light bar and 2 individual LEDs plus my Thomas the Train light. LED lights for optimal vision when I'm racing down the trails at night. All-purpose, all-terrain tires for maximum grip and performance when I'm zooming down the trails. Now you may look at these tires and think, that's dry rot and these tires are flat. No, you're actually wrong. This is what they call side tread. So when I'm sliding sideways in the middle of the woods on a trail, these little grippies right here will dig down in the dirt so I can zoom out of the corner. This is not flat. This is optimal air pressures for when I'm sliding sideways or when I'm on takeoff. It grips the track and I'm able just to fly out of there. Here's my tow hook. This is when, well, I don't wreck, but when other people lose traction and go flying off the track, I'm able to hook up to them and pull them out safely. Moving to the front, again, I have another tow hook. That way when somebody spins out and flies off the track, I can hook to them and pull them out safe. Also, this is damaged, but there's a perfectly good reason for it. I'm flying through the track one night, flying down the trails in the middle of, I think I was in Tennessee or something, and I outran my LED headlights and I smacked a deer. And let's just say that deer got to meet Jesus that night.
Hallelujah! Yes. Hallelujah! Yes. Hallelujah!
After smacking the deer that night, I still wanted to ride, and I was and so I had to do a quick fix with some 200-mile-an-hour duct tape. So we're gonna take a look at the power plant of this thing. So right here, this is a knockoff K&N filter because I can't afford an actual K&N filter. This allows several gallons of BTUs of air to be shoved into the intake to make all that horsepower where I spin all 4 wheels coming off the line. Moving over here, I have an EverStart battery from not only the best place in the world, Walmart. I trust EverStart because when I'm out on the trails, I need to be starting every time so I can frickin' fly down the track. Right here is where I check my oil and add oil. The recommendation is 5W30, but I run straight 50 weight because this thing has so much power. It needs the extra lubrication. This is my 2005 Subaru Legacy. It's got it's got 275,000 miles on the chassis, the driveline, and the heads of the engine. It's got 325,000 miles on the rotating assembly. The rotating assembly is actually out of a 99 Legacy. It's a 25D bottom end instead of an EJ253 bottom end. That's a long story. Doing head gaskets, had some major issues when I pulled the other bottom end out. So I had this one laying there. I threw that in there and it's been in there for 150,000 miles. The compression ratio is off a little bit, but it still runs just fine. This was my daily for a very long time. It has not moved, and I seriously, crap you not, it has not moved in a year and 4 months. So today we're gonna get it running, take it back to the new shop, and I think we're gonna do some have some fun with this thing. So I got the jump pack. We're gonna try to get this thing fired and see if it'll actually move. I'm not sure if the brakes are locked up. We gotta pump the tires up, and I want to drive it the 5 miles back to my house and hopefully not break down. It's never left me stranded, but it's been sitting for over a year. This car has been absolutely stupid reliable when I drove it daily, when it was my daily driver. And the only reason why I quit driving it, to be honest with you, is 3 of the 4 doors quit opening. Okay, so it's hot. It smells funky in here. I don't know what's living in here, but I hooked up the battery charger. Ooh, and we got power. And I got hardly any gas. So let's see if she'll fire. Look at that. 274,970 miles on it. All right, so I know it runs, so I shut it off because I have minimal go-go juice, minimal fuel. So I'm gonna pump the tires up, hook the charger back up to it, and then I think we're gonna get out of here and see if I can make it back, at least make it 5 miles down the road without exploding or something. I smell gear oil for some reason, so I don't know, we're gonna send it anyway. I don't really give a crap. Look at that. And honestly, sadly, they weren't much worse. Like, they're not much worse than when I parked it. I actually drove it like that.
I like to live dangerously.
The date on them is 01 of 14, so they got some age on them. They're a little old. December 7th, 2021. Looks like I bought some eggs, some sour cream, some cheese. Still sounds pretty good. All right, going to reverse. See if she'll. Oh, we got movement. Oh, the brakes. The brakes sound.
Very nice, sir.
Ooh, oh, I am blowing. Oh, it's gotta be. I really hope that's condensation coming out of the exhaust because it's night. There's a big puddle right there on the stones. Let's go investigate. Yeah, that's definitely condensation. If not, we'll find out when we're going 60 miles an hour down the road. I'm gonna run up to my sister's and back. Just do a quick function check on the brakes. Sounds like 60 grit on 60 grit. Let's go home, shall we? We're off, we're going. Here we go. Here we go. I'll get back with you in a second. No check engine lights. Dude, this thing shifts smoother than my daily. 274,000 miles. Like the cruise set at 60 miles per hour. It's been sitting for a year, and I can let go of the wheel. I'm holding a GoPro, and it's literally still going straight. No vibrations, no nothing. That's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
97% of Subaru vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road.
It died as soon as I backed it up to the shop door, but I don't give a crap. It doesn't have enough power to restart. It smells. About every fluid has got to be burning. I have a lot of memories in this car. My wife drove it before I got it. It's so far gone that I can't drive it anymore, and I can't sell it because it's so far gone, and it's not safe. It's done me good for so long. It's time to have some fun in it. So girl, she's got some ponies under the hood, or it's Japanese, so would it be like dragons or something? Dragons? Dragon power? I don't know. So I went and got it tonight. It's a beautiful night. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain. So I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow during the day after I get the baby all situated, I'm gonna pull it in the shop and we're gonna start stripping everything I can out of this thing to make it as light as possible.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Annie, you're a liar, you know that? All right, feels good to be back in here. I haven't been in here legitly in about, it's raining, in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago was my brother's graduation party, and last week we had a baby child, so that was I've been in here in a while. Truck is in the way. I am going to move the truck, put it over in the garage, then pull the Legacy in here. Well, I think a piece of head gasket flew out of the exhaust. So we're gonna start ripping into her now. I'm gonna probably, before I forget, the first thing I'm gonna do is pull the ABS fuse and the airbag fuse. Pull those, and then I'm gonna start going from the inside out. I'm gonna start ripping everything out. So referring to the old manual here, the airbag fuse is in here and the ABS fuse is out there in the engine base. So we're gonna pull the airbag fuse first. Right there, just making sure, yep, 15 amp, 25, good, bye. Fuse panel location 1, fuse amperage rating is 30, ABS unit and VDC control unit, so that's vehicle dynamics control unit, that's stability control, stuff like that. We're gonna pull that, 30 amp, fuse panel location 1, bye. Mouses, Mickey Mouses, and so much crap. I didn't realize I left this much crap in here. It's amazing what you find when you daily a car for 6 years and then clean it out. Found a brand new pair of Crocs that I've never worn. I found a Subaru clutch fork, several Subaru EJ20 cam caps, a brand new like unopened pack of socks. So the back was not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Just a lot of rat turds or mouse turds and some stuff they chewed up. Say, with all these mouse turds, I'm gonna get like frickin' West Nile or something. It smells. we're looking good. Back seat is completely stripped out. All the crap right there. Trunk is done. I'm peeling this off, the lid, the trunk lid. But I have a little buddy. Look at the little guy right there. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with him yet. Probably throw him outside, make new friends. Got the speaker off. A lot of good music was played through these speakers. A lot of Def Leppard. Look who made an appearance. He's a little tired.
Baby, 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 oh.
Before you know it, he'll be out here ripping them, ripping stuff apart with me. So I can't wait for that. So I have no idea how I'm going to get this door open. Passenger side front. That is the only functional door on both sides. So with him being out here, I didn't want to make a lot of noise with the cutoff wheel, trying to open this door. So I moved to the center console. The center console is now out with the radio. Forget it. I am not worried about it. It's not like it's going to make that much of a difference. I cannot get this stupid thing open. The front doors have rods, linkages that go from like the door handle to the lock itself and all that. These are just cable, so I have no way of getting in there and manually unlocking it. I'm not gonna take the front door panels off. I was thinking, I'm like, depending on what we do with it, bouncing around on trails, whatever we decide to do with it, arms are flying. I really don't want a lot of sharp metal being exposed for, just to be safe. The back is completely stripped, so you can see all the way through. So that's basically, honestly, all I really wanted to do. So now I'm gonna jack it up and then cut the exhaust off, and then we might take her for a little spin, a little rip. I think we're ready. Check the tires, topped them all off, made them somewhat even, cut the exhaust off the rest of the way. That cat and glass pack will header to cat to nothing. So I had to keep that cat in it because it has the O2 sensor and the AF sensor. Technically straight piped, no piped, I don't know. Sounds like a Subaru. So firing it up reminded me that we have no fuel. So hold on a second. Problem solved. A little bit of corn. It's flex fuel, meaning it'll flex to any fuel I put in it. So why are you dinging? Passenger seat belt. So I don't know how well this is gonna work out because my yard is so rough, but we're gonna attempt it. Oh no, oh, it's so rough. I can't do it. So a couple adjustments. I adjusted the e-brake cable as tight as I could get it. So I have a really good e-brake. It's wet and it'll lock them both up. I apologize, guys. I can't really do anything right now because my yard is so small and rough, and I don't really want to take a chance of being stupid out on public roads. Still, it's misfiring a little bit when I get on it, but it's been sitting for a while and it's got ethanol in it, so it's not normal gas. All right, so kind of tired, very fatigued. The child did not sleep very good. Basically did not sleep at all last night, so I stayed up with him. I was able to get a hold of a few people and they gave me some ideas and some spots to maybe go do some test hits with this, maybe some launches.
Perhaps we could meet at a secret location.
We did get a lot of rain last night, so everything is a little muddy, which actually kind of works to our advantage here. So we're gonna kind of mosey on down there. I'm not going too far from the house because I don't have insurance or tags or anything on this, so I don't want any trouble there. I did run and grab some fresh gas, about 4 gallons of fresh gas, so I put that in there. I'm gonna fire it up, let it warm up a little bit, and then we're gonna head out and do some testing. So we're at our secret filming location down in Mexico. Fully disclosed location. Nobody knows where it's at, even though it's a public road. Kind of sketchy because literally on the other side of those weeds there is a stream or a river, so you don't want to be completely stupid out here. But we're going to do some test hits to see how she does, how she launches. Just driving it here, it's a completely different car. It's so light feeling, it's ridiculous. I'm going to sit you outside and we're going to do some launches. How about that?
blink, blink, blinkity, blink, blink, blink.
So this is an 05 Legacy. It's got a 4 EAT transmission. It's a 4-speed automatic transmission. And a lot of the Subarus, the older ones especially, they have a 10 amp fuse location in the engine bay where you can disable the rear, basically disable the all-wheel drive and just make it front-wheel drive. So I did that. We're going to try to do a little burnout and see if I can get it to light them up. Well, that was fun. So made it back, no problems whatsoever. We still have both head gaskets. Everything's still intact. The tires are still inflated. So I guess the whole purpose of me doing this is just to have some fun with it. You know, my brother-in-law's got a side-by-side I'm going to probably race. And if anybody else watching this wants to race or whatever, I don't care. Let's line them up. Side-by-sides, four-wheelers, off-road, on-road, whatever. Let's have some fun with it. I think the only thing I'm going to do is change the oil. That way it's ready to rock and roll for any challenger that thinks it can take on the old Legacy. With all of that said, thank you for watching the video and supporting the channel. We're trying to catch up on our sleep. You know, he is right now just over a week old. So we're dealing family stuff, having some fun. We're going to go camping before too long again. So like I said, appreciate everybody for watching and supporting the channel. And we'll see you next time. Hey everyone, thank you for watching.
Please like and subscribe.
Be sure to check out her Etsy account, The Sweetheart Design, for custom illustrations, vinyls, and t-shirts. She can make anything you want.
And use code BOOSTIN_DC on jacksbox.com for 15% off.